First look at Tammy Slaton's scars after skin removal surgery. 1000 lb Sisters. Tammy Slaton has become a household name through TLC's 1000-pound Sisters, and while she's often painted as an inspiring figure due to her dramatic weight loss journey, it's important to look beyond the edited narrative. Season 7 of the series recently wrapped up after a 9-episode run, and although Tammy has made undeniable progress, several red flags still surround her behavior, casting doubt on her transformation being as complete as it seems. Originally, the show centered on the Slaton sisters, Tammy and Amy, and their shared struggle with obesity. Over time, however, the show evolved into a broader family drama, bringing in siblings Misty Slayton Wentworth, Chris Combs, and Amanda Halterman. Their inclusion added depth to the show, with their interpersonal dynamics and collective health struggles offering a more nuanced view of the Slayton family. Interestingly, all 4 siblings, Amy, Chris, Amanda, and Misty, have undergone bariatric surgery, achieving varying degrees of success in their health journeys. Chris Combs notably took his transformation a step further by opting for skin removal surgery after significant weight loss. The procedure greatly improved his mobility and quality of life. Inspired by his results and motivated by her own progress, Tammy hoped to undergo a similar surgery. After shedding over 500 pounds, Tammy was eager to rid herself of the excess skin that remained a physical and emotional burden. However, she faced 2 major obstacles: a serious protein deficiency and her ongoing vaping habit. Doctors made it clear that both issues needed to be addressed before they could approve her for skin removal surgery. To her credit, Tammy managed to overcome both challenges, proving that her determination had strengthened. Eventually, she received the green light for the procedure, during which surgeons removed 15 pounds of excess skin from her face, neck, arms, and lower abdomen. This marked a significant milestone in Tammy's journey, and many fans viewed it as a triumphant moment of victory and healing. But the bigger picture is more complicated than the show's uplifting tone suggests. Tammy's journey was not always characterized by perseverance or discipline. At her peak weight of 725 pounds, she suffered from numerous health complications including lung issues, high blood pressure, thyroid problems, and severely limited mobility. Despite receiving repeated warnings from doctors and pleas from her family, Tammy remained resistant to change for years. It wasn't until season 3 that things took a dramatic turn. A life-threatening medical emergency placed her in a coma and on life support. That terrifying incident finally served as the wake-up call she needed. Following her recovery, Tammy re-entered a weight loss rehab facility, one she had previously quit before completing the program. This time, however, she stayed committed and began making real progress. Her perseverance paid off, and she was ultimately approved for bariatric surgery. After the operation, Tammy experienced a massive weight drop, leading to her being discharged from the rehab center and returning home. While the show highlights these accomplishments, it often glosses over the ongoing issues that continue to follow Tammy. Her past behavior includes a pattern of defiance, manipulation, and emotional outbursts. These traits didn't simply vanish with the weight loss. Viewers have noted that she often plays the victim or shifts blame rather than taking full responsibility for her actions. Even as she moves forward in her physical health journey, emotional growth seems to lag behind. Additionally, Tammy's relationships with friends, family, and romantic partners have frequently been tumultuous. Fans of the series have witnessed her engage in toxic arguments, resist help from loved ones, and push people away when they try to hold her accountable. These emotional red flags, though sometimes briefly addressed in the series, are often softened in the final edit to present a more sympathetic narrative. It's also worth noting that while Tammy may have overcome vaping and her protein deficiency to qualify for surgery, those behavioral improvements need to be maintained long-term. Addiction, whether to food or other substances, requires continuous effort to manage. It remains to be seen whether Tammy can sustain the discipline required to avoid relapsing into old habits. Tammy Slaton has undoubtedly made impressive strides in reclaiming her health. Losing over 500 pounds and undergoing skin removal surgery are not minor achievements. They reflect a level of commitment that deserves recognition. However, it's equally important not to ignore the red flags that persist. True transformation is not just about physical change, it involves emotional accountability, maturity, and consistent growth. While Tammy's story continues to evolve, fans should remain realistic about her challenges and not let a positive TV edit overshadow the full truth. Since returning home from her weight loss rehabilitation facility, Tammy Slaton has continued her commitment to a healthier lifestyle. She has stuck to her diet and exercise regimen, successfully maintaining her weight loss and becoming an inspiring figure to many. Her transformation has not only changed her physical appearance but also redefined her image, making her a prominent voice in the weight loss community. Having overcome morbid obesity and the life-threatening complications that came with it, Tammy now uses her platform to advocate for bariatric surgery, skin removal procedures, and mental health support, which has earned her admiration from fans and peers alike. Tammy's personal life has also become a focal point in Season 7 of 1,000 Pound Sisters. The show explores her new romantic relationship with Andrea Dalton, a woman she began dating following the loss of her husband. This development has added a new layer to her public persona, especially as Tammy has long identified as pansexual. Her decision to date again, especially with a woman, has intrigued fans and marked a significant turning point in her emotional recovery after a devastating loss. Previously, Tammy met and married Caleb Willingham during her stay in the weight loss facility. Their relationship developed quickly, and they tied the knot while both were still in rehab. Tragically, Caleb passed away in June 2023 due to complications related to his obesity. His death left Tammy grieving and widowed, making her return to dating all the more significant and emotionally charged. While Season 7 highlights Tammy's emotional growth and health journey, some fans feel the portrayal has been overly sympathetic. The show seems to have given Tammy a hero edit, which many argue glosses over the problematic behavior she displayed in earlier seasons. From her combative attitude with family members to her history of poor decisions in relationships, Tammy's past is filled with red flags that aren't fully addressed in the current narrative. Critics argue that the show's focus on her recent progress fails to hold her accountable for past actions, including toxic relationship patterns and moments of emotional volatility. Her history of choosing unhealthy partners, Caleb being one example, has raised questions about whether she has truly grown emotionally or if she is repeating similar mistakes. Nonetheless, Tammy's journey remains compelling. Her ability to lose weight, change her lifestyle, and become a spokesperson for mental health and body transformation is undeniably impactful. Even with her controversial past, she continues to defy expectations, and her evolution keeps viewers tuning in. While opinions are mixed on how Tammy is being portrayed in Season 7, her story remains a central narrative in the reality TV landscape. Whether seen as a success story or a work in progress, Tammy Slaton continues to spark discussion and remains one of the most talked about figures in the world of weight loss reality television.